sent forth his only begotten Son. He suffered, died, buried and rose on the third day, Saturday. 3 days and 3 nights. Alright then. Only Jalo, yeah. Only Jalo. Come on, come on. Only Jalo, yeah. Only Jalo, yeah. People in this earth, they don't got no love. Them heart full of hate, them heart full of strife. They don't want to unite and live life. Blessed Shabbat, brothers and sisters, Hebrews in Jamaica, the Caribbeans, the West, to the four corners of the earth scattered greetings. This Shabbat lesson, I'm going to title it Flat Earth and Biblical Precept. Right, brothers and sisters? Yes, brothers and sisters. So we're going to title this Flat Earth and Biblical Precept. Right? Alright, let's get into it. Right? Isaiah 40 verse 22. Right? It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. Right? So, brothers and sisters, what do you mean by circle? Right? He sitteth upon the circle. Let's look into that, brothers and sisters. Right? Let's look into that. Right? The word translated circle in Hebrew is chuk, C-H-U-G, chuk, and only occurs 3 times in the Old Testament. Job 22:14, where it describes the vault of heaven. Proverbs 8:2-7, when he, Elohim, inscribed a circle on the face of the deep. Right? Example, created the horizon, which appears as a circle. The horizon, the word horizon means flat. You can go look that up yourself. It simply means flat, flat line, flat surface. Right? Example, created the horizon, which appears as a circle surrounding the observer from a vantage point. Isaiah 40:22, circle of the earth. There are 2 possible interpretations here. Chug is a Hebrew word describes the horizon, flat line, right? Flat line, flat surface. Chuk describes the vault of the heavens above, which appears like a dome. Genesis 1:6. Also note that chug is preceded by the adverb above, suggesting that Elohim sits above the vault of the heaven, covering the earth. Thus, the ancients thought of the earth as a circular disk, kept by the vault of the heavens, as per Genesis 1:6 and Job 22:14, KJV. Many scholars arrive at the same conclusion. Right? BDB only of vault of the heavens, Job 22:14, Proverbs 8:2-7, Isaiah 40:22. Right? The circle of the earth, the vault of heaven, overarching the earth. Right? Job 22:14, Proverbs 8:27. The circle of the earth, the horizon where earth and heaven meet, Cambridge, Proverbs 8:27, at the confines of light and darkness, Job 26:10. The earth with its surrounding ocean is conceived as a flat disk, right? Because we know that water finds its level. So there's ain't no way water could stick on a spinning ball in mid-space. We would have no water, brothers and sisters, right? There would be no water. Think about it logically. If we're living on a spinning blue ball, right? Right, brothers and sisters, and supposedly the water's supposed to stick on that ball and the clouds and the stars stick on that ball. So when it's spinning, like they say, if it's spinning in mid space 90 or so thousand, 90 or so thousand miles, whatever miles they coin it as to be. Think logically, brothers and sisters. If the water always finds its level, how is it possible that the water stick on a spinning ball spinning? You wouldn't have no water, brothers. Brothers and sisters, you wouldn't have no water. Neither clouds. Right? Right? At the confine of light, the darkness, Job 26:10, the earth with its surrounding ocean is conceived as a flat disk on which the arch of heaven comes down. The rendering on the vault of the earth, see Job 22:14. Please write these scriptures down so you could go and read them over. Okay, brothers and sisters? Vault of heaven, the same word is possible though not so good. Right? Right, brothers and sisters? So, see at Isaiah, see at 22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle. Isaiah 40:22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, rather above the vault of the earth, above the vault of the sky, which seems to arch over the earth as grasshoppers, minute scarcely visible, right? Numbers 13:33. That stretched out the heavens as a curtain. So in Psalms 104 verse 2, only that here the curtain is represented as one of thin gauze. The idea is common to Isaiah with Job 9:8, Jeremiah 10:12, Jeremiah 51:15, Zechariah 12:1, and is a favorite one in these latter chapter. Isaiah 42:5, 44:24, 45:12, and 51:13. Right, brothers and sisters? Right? Right, so you have an understanding of what the circle is that the scriptures is talking about. Psalm 104:5. Who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever? So there again, the Most High outlining, right, the stability and the position of the earth, right? It should not be removed forever. That means it is stationary, it is stable, it is not spinning some 90 million or 90,000 miles in mid-space, brothers and sisters. We live on a stationary earth, right? Stationary means cannot be removed, as what Psalm 104 verse 5 outlined clearly, right? Proverbs 8:27. When he prepared the heavens, I was there, right? Right? When he set a compass upon the face of the dead. Right, brothers and sisters? Let me read that over again. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. Who was there when he prepared the heavens, brothers and sisters? Right? Let's look into Proverbs 8:27. Right, brothers and sisters? Let's look into that. Right? Right, brothers and sisters? What does Proverbs 8:27 means? Elohim possesses wisdom before he established the heavens, right? Elohim possesses wisdom before he established the earth. Wisdom, brother, is a spirit. That's one of Elohim's, that's one of Yahuwah's 7 spirit. Wisdom, right? I'm going to show you that in scriptures. Elohim possesses wisdom before he established, right? If you look at the screen right now, you see the 7 candlesticks, the 7 candlesticks, right? And each of them represent one of Elohim's spirit. If you look at the screen, you see it right now, brothers and sisters, right? God possessed wisdom before he established the heavens and stretched the sky over the horizon. Job 22:14 says Elohim walks on the vault of heaven. Vault in that part of Job is another way of referring to the circle reference, because you have to understand, brothers and sisters, compare a ball to, say, the American quarter or penny, right? You will see the quarter of the penny is circular in shape, right? And it's also flat, because when it stand upright, you see a circle. You also see the flatness of the circle. And when you put it on this on a table, you see the flat surface, right? And you could cut 4 corners in that circle in the sign of a cross. You got 4 equal corners. You cannot do so with a ball. A ball is just a ball. It's going to roll, 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 roll. It is not stable. It's not stationary. It's always going to roll and always going to move. So that spinning ball theory, or the big marble, blue marble we live on, is false. It's a distraction. It's a takeaway from the majesty, and they're trying to, overrule the sovereignty of the Most High Elohim. He's the only author of creation. He's the only Elohim. There's no other gods or Elohim beside him. There's no Haile Selassie. There's no Buddha. There's no Allah. You understand? There's no Vishnu or whatever they want to call those Indian gods. There's no other gods besides Yahuwah. He's the only Elohim. Right? So this continues Solomon's poetic depiction of wisdom, calling out to mankind, Proverbs 8:1-4, and declaring a history longer than that of creation, Proverbs 8:22-26. The sky above with its clouds has covered the earth for ages and has fascinated meteorologists, right? Meteorologists. Yahushua referred to the sky in Matthew. When the Pharisees and Sadducees asked him for a sign from heaven, Yahushua replied, "When it is evening, you say it will be fair, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be stormy today, for the sky is red and threatening. You know how to interpret the appearance of the sky, but you cannot interpret the signs of the times." A lot of you are like this today. Worldly people. You can interpret everything else. Right? Right? Right, brothers and sisters. You can interpret everything else, but when it comes to the scriptures and the signs, you're dull. Because this is not your interest. You don't care about what thus saith Yahuwah. You understand? Because that's where the wisdom comes. Right? By searching diligently. Because the scripture says the scripture said it is a good thing for the Most High to conceal a matter, and it's honor for a king to search it out. Right? So you got to search out the king's word, study the king's word, embrace the king's word, that you may gain wisdom. Because that's where the wisdom gonna come, by diligently studying, researching, and comprehending and believing in our faith. That's where the wisdom come in. Right? Matthew 16:2-3. The sky watchers would do well to look by faith beyond the sky, just like I mentioned, to see the one who created all things, including the sky. 19 verse 1 KJV. Right? Proverbs 8:22-31 pays tribute to wisdom as having existed from the very beginning. Right? From the very beginning. So it outlines with what the scripture just said. Right? Right, brothers and sisters? Paid Proverbs 8:22-31 pays tribute to wisdom as having existed from the beginning of the beginnings. In this chapter, wisdom speaks as a woman in a poetic style used by Solomon. Since the wisdom in question is godly, right? So you got two types of wisdom. You got godly wisdom, and you got the wisdom of the world, right? Wisdom of doing evil rather than doing good, right? So that is easily defined, very easily defined, right? And very noticeable, right, brothers and sisters? Very noticeable, right? Godly wisdom versus the wisdom of the world, right? The wisdom in question is godly truth, rooted in what? The knowledge and nature of Elohim. That wisdom predates the creation of the world and everything in it. Yes, because wisdom is one of the Most High spirits, the Yahuwah spirit. You know what I mean? The Elohim of Elohim, the Adonai of Adonai, right? The King of Kings, right? The only true Elohim, right? Like Elohim's goodness and justice, his wisdom has always been part of who he is and how he creates, right? In this passage, wisdom is once again imagined as a woman. Why it is represented as a woman, brothers and sisters? Because wisdom nurture, right? Wisdom nurture. Like a woman, she nurture. Huh? Wisdom nurture. Right, brothers and sisters? So that is the nature of wisdom. It nurture and it encourages. Right? That's the nature of a woman. She a nurturer, right? And she comfort, right? Many women today has lost that wisdom, that feminine wisdom, right? Right? So in this passage, wisdom is once again imagined as a woman who cries out to be heard. Proverbs 1:20-21. Wisdom extols her own truth and value. Wisdom was part of Elohim's creative power long before even the creation of the universe. The chapter again returns to the many benefits of godly wisdom before completing those declarations of the start of the next chapter. Right? So we know that wisdom, right, was there, right? when he prepared the heaven. That was the wisdom 8:27 of Proverbs is talking about. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. The I was there is wisdom, right? When he set up compass upon the face of the earth. Called the Most High is wisdom in himself. He created those things, those spirits, right? Revelation 7:1. Revelation 7:1, right? After these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. Job 26:7. He stretcheth out the north over the empty places, and hangeth the earth upon nothing. Right? Job 37:18. Hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong as a molten looking glass? Right? Molten looking glass, right? Brothers and sisters? The circle, the dome, right? He had compassed, Job 26:10. He had compassed the waters with bounds until the day and night come to an end. Right? Psalm 96:10. Say among the heathen that Yahuwah reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it should not be what? Moved. Again, the Most High show you. Right? The earth is established that it shall not be moved. So, brothers and sisters, we are not on a spinning ball. There's no such thing as gravity. There are density. Right? There are density, brothers and sisters. The heavier the object is, the faster it falls on the earth. Right? Density, that what keep us on the earth. Our weight, brothers and sisters. Why you think you're not floating on the earth? Because of density, not gravity. Density. There's no such thing as gravity, brothers and sisters. Density. Right? Psalms 96:10. Say among the heathen that Yahuwah reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it shall not what? Be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. Right? Right, brothers and sisters? There are 31 verses alluded to the fact, right, that the earth is flat, brothers and sisters. 31 verses. Right? Matthew 4:8. Again, the devil take it up into an exceedingly high mountain. Right, brothers and sisters? Right? Right, brothers and sisters? Matthew 4:8. Again, the devil taketh him up into a exceedingly high mountain. Who did Hashatan took up to the exceedingly high mountain? Yahushua. Yahushua Mashiach. Right? In this verse, he was trying to tempt the Most High. Right? Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceedingly high mountain and shewed him all the kingdom of the world, and they glorify them. Right? Right, brothers and sisters? Matthew 4:8, right? Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceedingly high place. So we know that it was Yahushua who the devil tried to take up, or take him up there to show him all the king of the world and the glory of them. Right? So he was trying to tempt the Most High and say, yo, see, if you worship me, you will get all these kingdoms and the glory of them. Right? Right? So if the earth was spinning, how can he take him up into a high mountain and show him the kingdoms of the earth? You have to look down on the earth to see all the kingdom. And when you look down on a flat surface, you can see all the kingdom. But you can't look down on a spinning ball. You only can see the top of the spinning ball. Right? But you're not going to see the whole entire earth, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? We got to use common sense. We got to seek out the matter for ourselves, brothers and sisters. Because these pseudoscientists, right, they're working for the wicked one. They're actively trying to deceive you day and night, brainwashing you both day and night, because they know most of you are gullible. They know most of you are ignorant. They know half the population don't believe there's an Elohim. That's why they can do what they do. And if you do believe in God, you believe in some type of deity that's not in line with scriptures. So you want to use your pagan gods, your religion, your false doctrine to replace the true and living Elohim. His name is Yahuwah. Yahuwah Tisavahot. And his holy son is Yahushua or Yahusha Mashiach. You understand? The word called Christ. Praise Yahushua continually. Right, brothers and sisters? For it is he who is the gatekeeper to his Father, Yahuwah. And no man can come to the Father except through me, brothers and sisters. Right? Isaiah 45:12. I have made the earth. So please, brothers and sisters, write down these verses. Right? I have made the earth and created man. That's Isaiah 45:12. I have made the earth and created man upon it. I, even my hands, have stretched out the heavens, and all their hosts have I commanded. Right? Job 38:4. Where was thou when I laid the foundation of the earth? Declare it, if thou hast understanding. Right? The most I want to know, brothers and sisters. Declare it, since you know everything. Right? Since you know everything, you pseudoscientists, you liars. Right? All of you involved in this NASA, all of you liars. Declare it if you know, in your ignorance. Right? Genesis 1:14. And Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmament. Right, brothers? What does firmament mean, brothers and sisters? Let's look into that, brothers and sisters. What firmament means. Right? What firmament means, brothers and sisters. Let's go look at what firmament means. Right? Meaning of firmament. The ancient Yahshua view of the universe was different from our modern perspective, and the best way to understand that view is with the word firmament. This unusual English word comes from a Latin word meaning a support or prop, and is a translation of the rare Hebrew word rakia. Right? R-A-Q-I-A, rakia. This word only appears 17 times in the Hebrew Bible, with 9 of those appearances beginning in Genesis 1. Rakia comes from the Hebrew root that means to beat out, right? Molten glass, right? Molten glass, right? Circle, flat circle, right? The sense of the word rakia is something beaten out like a metal plate or dome over the earth, right? This is how Genesis understands the sky, a flat surface, brothers and sisters, that separates the waters above from the waters below. Genesis 1:6. That is why the flood would have taken place. it would make sense why the earth was flooded, brothers and sisters, because there's water above us and there's water below. The below is the ocean, blue ocean, and the sky is also blue, brothers and sisters. You see the connection? Where you think rain come from? Rain just don't appear like that. There's water above us, right? There's water above us. There's gateways and doors above us, brothers and sisters. Whenever the Most High decide the earth need rain, He will open the doors of heaven and let certain amount of rain fall upon the earth. When the earth has enough, because He knows, He close back up the doors of heaven, brothers and sisters. Right? This is the awesomeness what 4 years of college will do to you, and K to 12 is a brainwashing mechanism, is a brainwashing tool, a systematic tool they use to brainwash you into believing stupidity and lies, and especially when it comes to the Most High and His creation and His people, Yashrael, who was taken into slavery and scattered to the four corners of the earth because of our forefather disobedience and our continued disobedience till this very day. Right? The ancient Yashraelites were not stupid, brothers and sisters. So your ancestors weren't stupid. Your forefathers weren't stupid. Right? But for some reason you become stupid now, because you forsake the Most High and His wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? You become stupid today, brothers and sisters. You're indulging in gender warfare. You understand? You females become shameless. You male become effeminate, overly emotional. You understand? Defending wrong for right and right for wrong. Confused. Defending out of order behavior. Right? Don't know your place as women and in your feminine position and power. You want to be masculine. You want to be abominable. You men want to be effeminate and live an abominable and wicked lifestyle. This generation becoming stupid and stupid and stupid every single day. Because why? Because every day the Most High spare your life, every day you draw far and far away from the Most High. So the Most High going to draw far and far away from you. And like I always say, it's always going to be a remnant that will be saved. So you could carry on in your foolishness, because you're destroying yourself and those who follow and subscribe to your foolishness and your foolish ways. Right? So it will not affect the remnant that the Most High already preserved in His wisdom, knowledge, right, and foresight. You understand? Because the Most High is working. He's going to uproot. So whatever you see, this social agenda is going on, the Most High is going to use it for His purpose to root or you rebellious, stiff-necked Yashrael, both male and female. Because the way you're acting, you're not acting like men and women. You're acting like male and female. Right? Operating on the lower level. Right? Right? So your ancient Yashraelites, your forefathers were not stupid, Israel. They based their perspective on the observational evidence of the world they saw. Thus the evidence for water. Thus for evidence of waters above is falling rain. Simple. If rain is coming from above, there's water above. Right? Don't make these wicked pseudoscientists and professors and such the likes telling you that the rain appear out of nowhere. The rain come from the heavens right above you. Right? Right, brothers and sisters? This idea is at play in the famous verse in Malachi about tithing, where the Yahuwah promises to open you the windows of heaven, just like I stated earlier, right? And pour you out a blessing. Malachi 3:10, the windows of heaven, here are the windows in the sky. And the blessing that Yahuwah is pouring out is rain, right? Because without water, your food can't grow. Without water, your food cannot grow, brothers and sisters. Without water, nothing is replenished and nourished. Right? The waters below were also based on observation of the world, since digging eventually reaches water. Right? Alright. So now you understand firmament. Right, brothers and sisters? You understand the firmament. Right? Your Most High is awesome, brothers and sisters. Right? The Most High is awesome. Right? The Most High is awesome, brothers and sisters. Right? Your Most High is awesome. Right? Alright, Genesis 7:1. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, right? The 17th day of the month, the same day where all the fountains of the great deep broken up and the windows of heaven were open. Right? So in the 600th year of Noah's life, right? In the second month, right? So we know the first month is April, start the new year on the Hebrew calendar, right? So if it's the second month, we're looking in May right now, May 17th, right? Of the month. The same day where all the fountains of the great deep broken up and the windows of heaven were opened. This is the flood, brothers and sisters. Right? As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. The same thing happened in Noah, drinking, marrying, giving to marriage, doing all sort of manner of wickedness. Right? Forsaking the 120 years Noah has been warning the people. And the day that the rain came, right, they did not know unawares. Right, when they see that the rain is not stopping, they all run into the ark, knock on the door. Even if no one wanted to help you, he could not. He could not. Right? He could not, brothers and sisters, because whatever door the Most High closed, no man can open. And whatever door the Most High open, no man can close. Right? Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of Elohim, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. We just talk about the firmament. Job 37:3. The firmament shows his handiwork. What do you mean by the firmament showing his handiwork, brothers and sisters? The sun, the moon, the stars, the clouds, brothers and sisters. Right? Shows his handiwork. Right? Job 37:3. He directed it under the whole heaven, and his lightning unto the ends of the earth. See that? Right? Firmament showeth his handiwork, brothers and sisters. Firmament showeth his handiwork. Psalms 102, verse 25. Of old hast thou laid the foundation of the earth. See that key word again, foundation. A ball doesn't have a foundation, only a flat surface, brothers and sisters. Common sense here. I want you to feel me, brothers and sisters, on this matter, and all the matters I've raised in all my videos. You understand, brothers and sisters? Only a flat surface has foundation. A spinning ball cannot. There's no foundation on spinning ball, brothers and sisters. Isaiah 11:12. And he shall sit upon an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Yasharel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Here, four corners again. So he shall gather Yasharel, right? Right? He shall gather and assemble the outcasts of Yasharel, the 10 tribes, and gather together the dispersed of Judah, who were brought into slavery, along with Benjamin and Levi, right? Right, brothers and sisters, along with Benjamin. Okay, brothers and sisters. Ecclesiastes 1:5 or Sirach 1:5. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. Right? The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. Right? Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. Right? Behold, he cometh with clouds, brothers and sisters, and every eye shall see him. You're not gonna, if it was a spinning ball, brothers and sisters, everybody wouldn't see the Most High coming. Because this is talking about the second coming of Yahushua Mashiach. Right? The whole world would not see the king if we were living on a spinning ball. Right? Right, brothers and sisters? So, it's common sense. The Most High is trying to make you use common sense here, brothers and sisters. 2 Samuel 22:16. And the channels of the sea appeared. The foundations of the world were discovered. Right? At the rebuking of Yahuwah, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils. So this is talking about when the Most High delivered Yasharel from Egypt, and is about to cross the Red Sea, and the Most High split open the Red Sea and parted it, one on one side, one on the other side, right? And the children of Yasharel walked through, because that's what you call the channel, right? When the Most High opened up the Red Sea by the blast of his breath and his nostril, the sea or the ocean was parted, and the Yasharites walked, the Hebrew Yasharites walked on dry land. That's a channel, brothers and sisters, right? And it was discovered at the rebuking of Yahuwah, right? That's what it means. 2 Samuel 22:16. Job 28:24. For he looketh to the ends of the earth, and seeth under the whole heavens. Right? 1 Samuel 2:8. He raised up the poor out of the dust, and lifted up the beggar from a dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are Yahuwah's, and he had set the world upon them. Right? Alright, brothers and sisters. Job 22:14. The thick clouds are a covering to him, that he seeth not, and he walketh in circuit of heaven. Right? First Chronicles 16:30. Fear before him all the earth. The world also shall be stable, that it move not. See that again? Stationary earth, brothers and sisters. It's not spinning and it's not moving. It is just stationary. We live in an enclosed ecosystem. Nothing can come in and nothing can come out, brothers and sisters. Whatever you see happening in heavens is within the earth atmosphere, right? It's under the heavens, brothers and sisters, right? You got the visible and the invisible. Isaiah 48:13. My hands also had laid the foundation of the earth, and my right hand had spanned the heavens. When I call unto them, they stand up together. Psalm 75:3. The earth and all inhabitants thereof are dissolved. I bear up the pillars of it. Selah. Right? Pillars. Right? Pillars, brothers and sisters. Job 9:8. Which alone spreadeth out the heavens, and treadeth upon the waves of the sea. Right? Isaiah 45:18. For thus saith Yahuwah, that created the heavens, Elohim himself, that formed the earth and made it. You see what I mean? You see what I say? Elohim himself. Right? There's no books, no other book, no other religious book could say such a thing. Right? Who could say such a thing? He alone. Right? Because there's none other. Right? Even the false god you worship know that there's one, Elohim. Right? There's a story in the New Testament where there was a certain individual possessed with demons and devils. Right? And there was another false prophet. Right? He was trying to cast out the devils out of the person. Right? The apostles, I think, they were present, and they were trying to cast out the devils out of that individual, right? And the demon said, demon speaking, right, from the body of the person who was possessed, said to the false prophet, you know what I mean? Let me get the scriptures for you so I could better explain. Right, brothers and sisters. Right? Alright, so this is the chapter. Acts 19:13-15, KJV. Right? Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirit, the name of which are evil spirit, right? The name of the name of Yahushua, saying, in the name of Yahushua, right? Saying, we adjourn you by Yahushua, whom Paul preached. So you see that? So even in those days, brothers and sisters, we had false prophets who were Jews, right? We call them vagabond Jews, right? The same thing happening today among Yasharel. We got vagabond Jews, right? Vagabond Hebrews who take it upon themselves to involve in witchcraft, exorcist, you understand, black magic, right? The sacrificing of babies, the selling of souls to get the fame and fortune, just like these celebrities you worship and follow after, want to be like, living in fairy tale, la la land, corrupting you. You understand? Taking it further and further away from the Most High and going closer and drawing closer to the gates of hell. Right? Let me read this over again. Acts 19:13-15. Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of Adonai Yahushua, saying, We adjure you by Yahushua, whom Paul preached. And there were 7 sons of one Siva, right? A Jew and chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua I know, and Paul I know, but who are you? You see that? You see that, brothers and sisters? Huh? You see that, right? Right? So even the wicked know that there is one Eliakim. The evil spirits know that Yahushua is who he said he is. He is the son of Yahuwah. He is the Almighty. There's none other besides him, brothers and sisters. So even the wicked know. So the devil that you worship, he knows there's one Elohim. He knows him. He does trick you. He just tricking you to get you further away from him, Yahshua, because he knows you have a chance with him. The devil knows he has none. So he's going to take with him as many people as he can to try upset the balance and the plans of the Most High. And he knows in the long run, in the end, nothing can stop the will of thus saith Yahuwah. Right? Job 9:6. Which shaketh the earth out of her place, and the pillars thereof tremble. Right? The tree grew, Daniel 4:11. The tree grew and was strong. The height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of the earth, brothers and sisters. You understand? You have an awesome and powerful Elohim, brothers and sisters. Powerful indeed, indeed, indeed. Mighty is also merciful and long-suffering at the same time, brothers and sisters. Now, I mentioned earlier about the 7 spirits of the Most High, right? I got 2 verses for you right here, brothers and sisters. If we would turn to Luke, right? Chapter 21, right? Alright, Luke chapter 21. We're going to take it from verse 15 to 18, right? For I will give you a mouth, right? For I will give you a mouth and what? Wisdom, right? So the Most High gave you a mouth. What's the mouth he's going to give you? He's going to give you the words. Because you already have a mouth already, brothers and sisters. He's talking about the word. He's going to give you a word and wisdom to speak the word. Because those things are spiritual gifts, brothers and sisters. Do you understand? For I will give you a word, a mouth, and wisdom to speak it, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. You see that? So that's the word he's going to put in your mouth, coupled with wisdom, right? To speak it, right? That when you speak, your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist you, brothers and sisters, right? And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren, right? Right, brothers and sisters, this is deep, right? And he shall be betrayed by parents and brethren, because a lot of people in your Christianity, in your Rasta camps, in your Buddhist camp, in your Muslim and Islam camps, you understand? They will not accept it. You will be betrayed by them. You understand? Because the wisdom did not come to them, because they did not humble themselves as a child in order that they may know and understand who Yahuwah is and his holy son. Right? Yahushua. And he shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death, and he shall be hated of all men for my name, for my name's sake, brothers and sisters. But there shall not a hair of your head perish. In your patience possess ye your soul. So you gotta be patient. You gotta endure. The scripture said, those who endure to the end shall be what? Saved, brothers and sisters. Right? Verse 22. Right? For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Praise Yah. And blessed be his holy son Yahushua, our Mashiach. Right, brothers and sisters? So I have one more verse for you. Right. One more verse for you, brothers and sisters. Right. Isaiah Isaiah 11. Right. We'll take it from 1 to 3. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the spirit of Yahuwah shall rest upon him. The spirit of wisdom, number 1. Understanding, 2. Spirit of counsel, 3. Spirit of might, 4. Spirit of knowledge, 5. Spirit of fear, 6. And the spirit of the Lord, or Yahuwah, 7. You see the 7 spirits? Let's go over it again, brothers and sisters. This is Isaiah 11, 1, 2, 3. Outlining the 7 spirits of the Most High, Yahuwah Tisavahot. Right? And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, right? Which is David. And a branch shall grow out of his roots. That's Yashrael. Right? And the spirit of Yahuwah shall rest upon him. Right? The spirit of wisdom, 1. Understanding, 2. And the spirit of counsel, 3. And might, 4. The spirit of knowledge, 5. And of the fear of Eliakim, 6. Right? Right? And shall him and shall make him quick and shall make him of quick understanding. Right? 7. And the fear of Yahuwah. Right, brothers and sisters? Right? And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ear. Right? Right, brothers and sisters? These are the 7 spirits. Right? You want to go over it again? Let's go over it again, brothers and sisters. Isaiah chapter 7. Isaiah 11, 1 to 7. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, that's David, and the branch shall grow out of his root, that's Yashrael, Hebrew Yashraelites. And the spirit of Yahuwah shall rest upon him. The spirit of wisdom, 1, and understanding, 2, spirit of counsel, 3, and might, 4, the spirit of knowledge, 5, right, and of the fear, 6, of Yahuwah, right, I shall make him quick, right, 7, understanding, right, the fear of Yahuwah, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ear, right, of his ears, right, brothers and sisters. So you have the 7 spirits right there, right, and I hope you feel me in this one, brothers and sisters. Hope you understand, right? If you look at the screen right now, brothers and sisters, right, you have I'm going to show you a couple pictures, right, of the flat earth, right. Show you a couple pictures of the flat earth, brothers and sisters, right. You can see they know the earth is flat, brothers and sisters. They know this, but they hide it from you because they know most of you are ignorant, you will not read, and you're gullible. So you get your information based on the lies they tell you on TV, based on the lies they tell you in school. That's why many of you come out of school and don't have 1 ounce of critical thinking or independent thought of your own. Right? If you look on the screen right now, there's an image or a picture, right? With seals of government sanctioned operations, brothers and sisters, and they show the images, right? Number 1, Operation High Jump, right, 1946. That was the discovery of the ice wall, right? Number 2, Operation Deep Freeze, 1955, discovery of the firmament. That's the operation, brothers and sisters, right? So they know, because if they thought the earth wasn't flat, they wouldn't go and finance these operations, brothers and sisters. Number 3, NASA, right? 1958, founded the firmament in the Van Allen. So you see how the trickery in 1958, NASA, the biggest snakes, right? Biggest snakes, brothers and sisters. In 1958, they launched operation called the firmament, and the firmament is the Van Allen belt. So they use the Van Allen belt, that word, to disguise that it is the firmament. They kind of pass through the Van Allen belt. They tell you all type of radiation and this. The reason why they couldn't pass the Van Allen belt, aka firmament, is because it is a glass dome and they cannot break in nor break out. Brothers and sisters, for decades, that's why you hear the saying, the glass ceiling. That's where the saying come from, the glass ceiling or the glass roof. They're literally talking about the firmament above us, brothers and sisters. But we didn't pick that up. As children growing up in their wicked school system, you understand, we didn't pick that up because we were reared to be stupid. But now that you become a man, that's what the Bible, the scripture said, when you were a child, you spake as a child and understood as a child. When you become a man, you put away childish things, brothers and sisters. So when you become an adult, you have to put away your childish behavior and seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from the Ruach HaKodesh in Yahushua, our Mashiach's name, brothers and sisters. Right? Right? The Antarctic Treaty established in 1958, guarding the firmament, Operation Fishbowl, right? 1962, nuking the firmament, because they was trying to nuke the firmament, brothers and sisters. World War I and II, they was trying to blow up the firmament. They try to flood their own self again, brothers and sisters. But thanks be to Yahuwah, to Safahot. You understand? It is all wisdom. You know what I mean? He make it a way that you no care what you do, you cannot break that down, brothers and sisters. Right? Apollo 2 mission, 1969, right? Hoax to hide the firmament. Because nothing could go out of the earth atmosphere, nothing can come in the earth atmosphere, brothers and sisters. Right? And if you continue to look on your screen, there's more images, right, of the flat earth. Right? Right? As you can see, right, brothers and sisters, the Most High is real. Time and time again, I show you the biblical, spiritual aspect, and I show you archaeological evidence and also images to show you that whatever they find in the real world, the Most High already said it in the spiritual world and also manifest in the real world. You understand? Because our scriptures, brothers and sisters, Hebrews, the Bible is our history, it's our wisdom. You understand? The Most High is speaking to us, Yasharel, descendants of Hebrews saved scattered. Right? I'm gonna post a video. Right? It's amazing video, brothers and sisters. You understand? It shows you about the flat earth, right? And how the rocket went up, 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 and hit the dome. You could literally see it hit the dome and ricochet, right? And another clip, it shows you that it was going up, brothers and sisters, and because notice when a rocket goes up, it doesn't go straight. It always veer off either to the right or to the left, because nothing can go up, brothers and sisters. You understand? And go straight up. It has to veer off into the earth atmosphere because it's going to hit the dome. But in this video, the rocket goes all the way up and it hit the dome and then skim off the dome, the glass dome surface. I could literally see the water rippling. You know how when you go to the lake as a child out to the river, as a young boy or girl growing up, and you skip the stone upon the surface of the ocean, the river, and you see how it skip and the water ripple? It's the same exact thing when the rocket hit the dome and it was scathing off the dome, right? I could see the water. It's a beautiful thing, man. When you actually could see that physical and read it, you know, in the spiritual concerning the word of the Most High, is an awesome thing, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't need to see any physical evidence that the Most High word is real, because the Most High cannot lie. You understand? And once you have confidence and faith and hope in that, brothers and sisters, you're okay. And if you see it in the physical, which the Most High will show you also, that is even more marvelous. How excellent is Yahuwah's name in all the earth, brothers and sisters. Bless His holy Son Yahushua Mashiach. You understand? Because His salvation that was going to lead us to the Most High. So I'm going to post a video at the bottom of this video, brothers and sisters. Do check it out. Like, share, support. You understand? Share these videos, brothers and sisters. You understand? Come out of her. Come out of her. Come out, come out, come out, come out of her, my people. Come back to Yahuwah in Yahushua Mashiach names. Right? Come back to Yahuwah in Yahushua Mashiach name, brothers and sisters. Right? And keep His commandments. You understand? Blessed Shabbat. And I hope you feel this message, brothers and sisters. Right? And do your own research. Amen.
Them bag of some this world have hell in their side. Destruction is the ultimate price. People, open up your eyes. Only Jalo, only Jalo, yeah. Only Jalo, only Jalo. Come on, come on. Only Jalo, only Jalo. Alright then. Only Jalo, only Jalo. Yeah. This world is not God's world. Them deny the power that created you and I.